Well, hello, all you paper crafters, and I'm sorry. I really did not mean to scare anybody when I told you at 2 o'clock that I wasn't going to be able to come on because I had a prolonged doctor's appointment. It was actually good news. Woo! Yes, we can always use good news, right? Bottom line, me and the bottom line, I've just pulled out of the swimming pool. So if I look like crud, you're going to just have to forgive me. But I just got home from that doctor's appointment. Boy, am I ever cutting it close. But the good news is I'm taking aquatics therapy and it's working. I'm actually able to walk on water. Of course, can't walk anywhere else, but who knows? Who cares? Anyway, we're going to be doing some embossing tricks. Now, I've been playing with embossing folders for 20 plus years, and I'm still learning things every day. And so I decided I wanted to teach you some of these fun tips and tricks. So let's see. What have I got on my craft table? Let's take a look. Ooh, move the camera down and around. No, it didn't work. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. So as you can see, I've got a lot of little funky stuff on my desk. But most importantly, I've got my Platinum 6. So listen to me. If you're thinking about getting a Platinum 6 or even the Platinum 8.5, or maybe you've been thinking about getting a better press, or maybe you've been thinking about getting a glimmer machine, do it right now. We have them on sale, and when these tariffs hit, buddy, they're gonna skyrocket, and I don't want you to get caught in that. So I'm going on ahead and I'm telling you right now, get yourself online, order it. No matter which one you order, you're gonna get free shipping. Ha! Can't beat that with $1,000,000, because shipping prices are going up through the wazoo as well. Between now and then, let's get busy looking at what we're going to be doing with some embossing folders. So first things first, I want to show you a couple of little things that I've done with my embossing folders. This might not work, but this will. So isn't this just gorgeous? Uh-oh, we're upside down. Close your eyes, because here we go. Ta-da! 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 There you are. Okay. So as you can see, I have taken this embossing folder and I have embossed it, and then I've colored it, and that's super simple to do, but I want to make sure that we start off simple and we're going to end up having so much fun. So the first things first is that I want you to make sure that you get yourself some cardstock, and I'm going to take my cardstock and I'm going to put my embossing folder over it. Now, because I want to make sure that the impression is on the top, I want to make sure you can read the writing. Now, I don't care what company you're using or what kind of embossing folder you're using. 9 times out of 10, if that reading is readable here, then you know that the front side of this is going to be embossed. And the back side, you got it, debossed. Okay, how simple is that? So that's the first thing that I want to make sure that you know off of this little quick video that we're going to be doing. The next thing that I want to make sure you know is that this is a 3D embossing folder. So here's my sandwich, ladies. We're going to put down my A plate. See, A is for apple. And then we're going to put down my embossing folder, B. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to put down my plate here. And then all we're going to do is roll. Oh, by the way, D plate. See? D is for darn good. And that's what I like about embossing, okay? So I'm going to take my plate apart, put all my pieces down over here. I'm going to put this down over here because we're actually going to see these cards, and we're going to just play with them and make them and have fun. Let's get that mess out of the way. Okay, so here we go. When I open it up, you can see right away that my embossing is on this side, and I can make it on this side by simply turning it around. It really does not matter. Now, while we're talking about embossing, let's go ahead and talk about some other things that are on sale in my craft room right now. And that is these cute little picket fence pouncets. Now, I didn't know how I felt about the pouncets at first, and it's had to grow on me. But as you can see, I'm pouncing. Everybody's pouncing. Oh, Cindy ain't here. She can't tell me not to sing. Poor Cindy. Oh, well. Cindy's having a big old time with her husband and her mother-in-law and all that good family stuff. You know, she deserves it. We're going to let her have it. We're going to let her have that fun. Up, hey, Sandy. Oops, can't tell everybody. She'll catch me every time. Okay, so notice that when I use this pencil, it does put a little bit more of the ink on it than it did when I did this exact same thing using my brush. But let's talk about what the pluses and the minuses on this is. I can get in a little closer by simply leaning it on its side. So, like I said, I like the pouncers. Who are we kidding? You know, flowers don't grow with just one or two leaves. Sometimes you want to have a little bit of a background. And using my pouncers, I can get that. Ta-da! Like it, like it, like it. Okay, so now the next thing I wanted to do is, you see on this one, I did some coloring, and I did it with my tickled pink. And I do have it in pouncer that I can use on this one too. And I'm going to show you this one. I want you to see how you can tip it to the side and keep it off of all of the other parts that you want it to stay off of. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it really does kind of work a little better when you throw it on its side, especially if you want it to be something that you don't want to have the background all done over it in. See how good that is? I mean, that's gorgeous. Can't beat that with a stick. So sometimes when I'm using the pouncer, I don't go straight on. I like to go to the side. And that's one of the benefits of using a pouncer. And the second benefits of using a pouncer, they're on sale in my craft store right now. But can't promise how long they're going to be on sale, because when they're gone and I have to reorder, oh well. We know about all those little tariff things that are kicking in. We're not going to talk a lot about that. Okay? All right. So there you go. There's my card. The other thing I like about the pouncer is that I can stick it back in its little hole here. And the other thing is I don't have to worry about getting ink all over my table, because it's in its own little case. I mean, it's got its own little case, a little head shell there. So there you go. You know, everybody knows why I love the alternate inks. Screw that lid on, baby doll. That thing ain't going to fall off. So there we go. We're going to put these up. We're going to put these over here and away, because we're going to be doing some more stuff. Now, I purposely made this one too big, okay? And I always like to do that because I want to make my card the way I want to make my cards. So when I'm cutting and putting together all of my different pieces, I always make sure that I cut them the size of a regular card versus cutting them too big or too small. I eat my trimmer that fast. I eat my trimmer. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. You know how it is. When you're working, you put things everywhere. What? I'm the only one that does that? Get a grip. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I am going to cut this at 4, because that's where I want it to be. But oh no, if I cut it at 4 there, then I'm probably going to be cutting into my leaves more than I want to. So I'm going to just slip it over a little bit. Cut off a little bit off of that end, because I do want it to be close. And then I'll cut off the rest of it off of the opposite end. You know, that's the thing about paper crafting. You can make it what you want it to be. Now, when I get ready to cut this one, I want to cut it at 5 1/4. And I really do want this top part to be gone. So there we go. All right, now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, and I'm actually going to put it back on a regular white card. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I want it to be white on white. I like that for this particular kind of card. Now, if you haven't got your glue press, okay, ladies, you have missed that boat long enough. It is time to get your glue press. These things put adhesive on so very nice. The other thing that you need to know is I save money by using my glue press. And the way that I do that is by using my glue press, I happen to be able to do little things that matter. I don't want this. I know what I want. I get to do little things that matter by, number one, I don't have to use so much adhesive, so I'm not buying it every week. I'm not changing out those crazy runners every week. So if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm just taking out my sentiment. I think on this one I'll put thank you. Oh, no, that's too big. Let's see. Oh, look. Let's use bright and beautiful. What do you think about that? Oh, what have I got here? I have got the best thing that Uniquely Creative has ever come up with. So, lots of companies have them, but lots of companies give you the same old sentiments over and over and over. See, when I line this up, isn't that awesome? Run it through my die cut machine, I come out with all kinds of little things like this. Well, they weren't going to give us some that was just, all of them square. So they gave me another pack. And this pack comes like this. It's a big sheet. I run it through my machine. It cuts all of these out. So what do I mean by it cuts them all out, big machine? Well, the papers come like this, and they're so expensive. $1.29 for all of these sentiments. Come on, girls. You can't get any better than that, right? So how it works is, if I buy the one that's got the squares on it, then I put it down. If I buy the ones that's got all the lines on it, I simply line up those little gray corners. See that right there? When I line up that gray corner, and then I line up the gray corner at the bottom, run it through my machine, everything's cool. Now, I'm not one of those that likes to lose things, though I do it often. So, I put all of this on the inside of my craft stack. So, when I get ready to come in here and I start looking around, then I can find what I want. And it's all right here on the inside of my large craft stack. Now, let me go ahead and tell you, it'll fit on the inside of your small or medium craft stack as well. You're just going to need to cut all of these down into quarters. No big deal, right? All right. So, the other thing that I do is when I cut these down to use them as backdrops, I drop them in here too. Now, when I get ready to start doing crafting, girls, things go quick and easy. Heck, we don't want to have to spend an hour making one card anymore. We're past that, right? We're ready to get our cards made, move on, have some fun. So that's what we're going to do. So I decided that I wanted to use Beautiful and Bright on this one. So I'm going to grab out my scissors. I think I'll make this one square. Drop that over there. Drop that over there. Watch this. This is so easy. Now, I popped that one up. I'm not going to do that this time. This time, I'm going to lay it down flat. Just because I want you to see just how stinking easy it is. I line it up. Now, y'all know I can't line up nothing. But, look at this. Not only did it line up straight, girls, but I did it kind of quick. And I did it on camera. That's saying something, isn't it? Okay, so now I'm going to take this, put it on the outside. And I have Bright and Beautiful. Gorgeous. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got to put something on the inside. What do I want to put on the inside of this one? Let's see. Oh, I know. We could use these. Oh, you haven't seen these before either? Oh my gosh, then you guys are really missing the boat. These are on sale in my craft store right now. They're perfect. Look at all the different sentiments that you get. And they come in a sheet much like this. This gives me the option of putting it on a 6x6. Isn't that great? This one gives me the option of doing something a little bit different. I'm going to put this on the inside of my card. And, come on ladies, you know exactly what I'm going to say. I can do it by coming back in here and just making me a second piece here. And cut it here. Let's see, which one am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to do Wishing You a Wonderful Day Filled with What? Love and Laughter. So I'm going to cut that one there. Whoop, don't do the score, Elaine. You want to cut it. There you go. So look at there. Now, I can take this, and from this point, I can put it straight on the inside of my card. Okay? I can put it right on the inside of my card. That's not what I'm going to want to do. I'm going to want to do something else. You know me. I don't do nothing simple. So I'm going to lay my cards right over here. I'm going to grab my cut and emboss. I'm going to put it back up here on the table. Here you go. Watch this. Putting together my sandwich. You know me. I got to have my A plate. I want my B plate. Ugh, love my C plates that come in color. Who are we kidding? I just like the fact that, yeah, I can find them when I want them. Then I'm going to come back with my second C plate. And yeah, they're worn. And they're a little bit on the cut side. But who are we kidding? Heck fire. I don't want to buy them every week. So I want to get something that works, right? All right. So there we go. Wait till you see what I just did. Lots of noise today. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious, Elaine. You're just being rowdy. Look at here. Oh, I like that. I like that. Now I'm going to take my tickled pink. I'm going to come back and I'm going to get my pouncer. Love my glass mat. We got the new Tim Holtz glass mat in too. So you may want to check that out. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of an edging. I went a little far in there on that one, but that's okay. Here you go. See how I'm just trimming it around with my piece here. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, let's put this right here. Put this here. Can't leave that mess on there. You know what it'll do? It'll mess up my next card. So I'm going to get this cute little sprayer. If you haven't got one of these, you want one of these too. Love the fact that it comes out as a mist. It doesn't come out all messy. And I'll grab this, wipe it off. Yep, the pleasures, the minty pleasures of using a mister and a glass mat. Love a glass mat. Okay, so let's finish this out. And we were doing the one that said beautiful and bright. I'm going to come back and put it on the inside here. How about this? One little circle, that's all I need. And I could put it down right there. Did I get it straight? Oh, heck, who knows? Not too bad. Okay, card number 1, done. How long did it take me? 16 minutes plus all that jibber-jabbery. All right, so let's go on. We're going to want to do our next card. So, our next card, I'm not even going to show it to you. We're going to just do it. You ready? So, I simply love this paper. Now, this whole pack of paper, you can get it in a 6x6. I think it comes in a 12x12 too. But I've cut this down to the size that I want it to be. And look, it's wood grain. Isn't that kind of cute? But, oh, people, close the front door. We're going to do something better. We're going to take it and we're going to put it on the inside of the Simon Hurley. And this is called Bark. Yep, got these in my craft room too. And I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to make my plate. We got to get that sandwich right? So let's do it. Let's do it right. We're going to do here my embossing folder. Again, this is a 3D. And look, ladies, always make sure that you put the folded inside first, because you really don't want it to be put in the other way. It might mess up your embossing folder. And the last thing we want to do is have to buy our favorites twice, right? Okay. So here we go. We're getting it through there, popping it out the other side. Let's close up my machine, put it over here beside me. Sorry for all the banging, but, you know, that's what kind of happens when you get yourself in a hurry and you have so much you want to show and so much you want to do. All right, so look, isn't that kind of cute? Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I kind of like that. But let's look at the difference here. Oh, well, let's see. That's the same piece of paper. Let me show you what I did to this one. So I took that one and I got out, and I do want to use my brushes for this one. Now, I got a little brush in my hand, but, you know, I really think I want to go big this time. You know the old saying, go big or go home. Well, we ain't going home. Heck. So what I'm doing here is I'm just inking it up, and yes, I'm using the Simon Hurley Weeping Willow, which is my favorite brown. And I'm going to just rub it around. And I'm being careful not to get it too wet. I'm being careful that I don't rub down too hard. See how I got those little white spots in there? I want to get rid of those, but I don't want to tear my paper. So, I'm just doing it easy. Oh, yeah. Now, ladies, not only is it going to look like a piece of wood, it's going to feel like one too, minus the splinters. Unless you just have this overwhelming desire to get splinters, in which case you can grab your real piece of wood and put it on the inside of your card. Personally, that's not my cup of tea. All right. Whee! Look at this. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? Now, I've taken this regular old piece of wood paper and I've made it look like it's wood. Do you see how nice that looks? And all I did was emboss with my bark piece. So you see, there's my first one, there's my second one. Kind of look alike there, don't they? What can I say? Let's get up my ink. Spray. Grab my little rag over here. Wipe it down. If you don't have a glass mat, you want one. I'm just telling you. So check out my site. I've got the I think it's Tim Holtz, now that I think about it. And I really do like it because it cleans up so easy and it makes it so simple to do whatever it is that I decide I want to do. All right, so from here, I am going to make a card that's a little bit different. Maybe something that you've never seen before. So wood doesn't always have to go on, brown or black or whatever. I'm going to put it on pink this time. I'm going to come back. Oh, yeah, that's kind of cute too, isn't it? I wonder what would happen if... Nah, that's not the look I want. This is the look I want. So I'm going to come back. Now, do you see? You can see how much adhesive I put on that. Never fails. If I hold it just a little longer, I keep right on putting adhesive on it. But that's just me. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to put this one down right here. Okay? And then I'm going to want to come back and I'm going to put something else on top of this. And I want to put something on top of this that is a little bit different, a little bit unique. Maybe, nope, I don't want happy birthday. What do I want to put on this? Oh, well, maybe I want to use this. This calls for confetti. Now, as you can see, I'm breaking the seal for the first time. So we're going to look to see what happens when I use this on my card. And we are going to use it too. And you know, I got something else I think I want to use too. I'm going to have to cut that a little bit more. A little bit closer, I think. Ooh, I like that. I really like these. I can't get in them, but I really like them. There you go. Now we're going to get in it. Okay. So what I want to do this time is I'm going to use this wood and I'm going to use it in something a little bit different. Now, if you notice, when I dropped these out, these started rolling. So some of the ones in here are just, I mean, they're perfect if you want to put them, maybe you want to put them on a, I don't know, maybe you want to put them on the inside of a shaker card. But that's not what we're going to do with them today. We're going to do something a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab me a pretty piece of paper. Come on, paper. Come on out of there. There you go. That's what I want. Oh, this paper's coming out tomorrow. You get to see it a day early. Should I really show it to you a whole day early? Oh, well. Uniquely Creative might shoot me. But here you go. We're going to pull out this piece of paper. Isn't that pretty? It's called Patchwork. And wait until you see what I'm going to do with the patchwork. Oh, this is so pretty. Wait till you see what I'm going to do with this patchwork paper when we start doing our scrapbook class this month. Because we're going to use this patchwork paper. And you're going to love it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I just want to use a small piece of this as a strip. So first thing I want to do is I want to cut it back. I want to make it a 5. No, I'm actually not going to do that. I'm actually going to make it a 4 3/4. I'm going to cut it here. And then I'm going to turn it around because I want to make it so that I have a few pieces that I can put on here. I can use 1, 2, or 3, depending on how I like it. Sometimes people think the flowers have to go one way or another. I mean, I'm just not that way. I don't think that they do. So I'm going to cut it at 1 1/2. There we go. And then I'm going to cut one more piece. And this one is going to be at 1.5. And, uh-oh, did I cut that crooked? Well, that wouldn't surprise anybody, would it? You know, I kind of like doing these things at 6 o'clock. It really gives me a better opportunity to just get in here and play. You're cooking supper. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not getting my supper cooked. Okay, well, whatever. We're going to do this anyway. I'm kind of liking this. Yeah. All right. So, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to do this card. And do know that we are making this as we go. I'm going to put it right there. So, let's come in here and put it down. Oh, I just love this thing. And I'm telling you, girls, I've got them in stock. And that ain't always an easy thing to do. But I do have them in stock. So if you haven't got your better press, you need to get online right now. Pelletier Craft Studio.com /shop. And then you can just go ahead and look up the precision glue press. It's going to see it. It's going to look something like this. You're going to fall in love with it the minute you see it. So go ahead and get ready. And then I think I'm going to come over here, get my tweezers. Watch this. And I'm going to put down a few of these. So, of course, this could always be used in your shaker card. But I'm going to show you another way. Look at that. And I like this one. Notice how I'm really not putting these in the place of the flower. I'm kind of putting it off to the side. Look, oh, cute little leaves. I like this too. And notice both sides look the same. So if I should put them in the shaker card, they should turn up upside down. No big deal. That won't be a big deal. Won't be a big deal at all. Because it looks the same on both sides. Put that there, right there. Are y'all able to see this? Maybe I should zoom it in. Now you can see it. Look at this one. It looks like a flower. So I'm going to put it right there. Look at how I could just sit here and play with these things all day. Oh, but I can't because I got so much to show you. But that's okay. We're going to get through it, even if it takes us a minute or two. Okay. And I love the reverse scissors. I do have these also in stock. The ones that I have in stock right now are the ones that are from Uniquely Creative, but you're gonna like them. They're great. They do the same thing as the ones I got in my hand. The ones I got in my hand just happens to be a different color. You know how things are. They come in all colors, shapes, forms, and fashions. I love these little bitty flowers. And look at the leaves. They're so cute. And they're so easy to put down when I'm using my precision glue gun. I don't have to worry about it. I just drop my glue down, my adhesive down. It don't come out all over the table. Look at this. So this is called, what I'm putting down here is, this is called confetti. And look, do you see how it just pops on my page? But it doesn't take away from the pretty little flowers I already have up there. Now, it does have some pieces in here that are a little thicker. So, as I said, these pieces would be great to put on your, in your shaker cards. But there's nothing wrong with putting them on here. Look at that one. Wow. Is that not gorgeous? Ooh, talk about bright. And again, it doesn't have a flat bottom. So what I'm doing is putting my adhesive on the top and turning it upside down. And look, I can put them anywhere on this page I want them to be. And they just shine. Oop, it comes back off on your finger if you're not sharp, Elaine. There you go. It's getting caught under my nail. Oh, boy. Who said life was easy? Okay, there you go. I do want to flip that baby over. There. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So I want to put one more of these down just because Cindy says I have to have 3. Don't tell Cindy I said that. But there's just enough space in this paper that it's cute, you know? It's cute. And at the same time, it's easy. There's places I can put things. The other thing too is not only are there these pretty little flowers, but there's also these cute little hearts. So if I wanted to, I could come over here and put a heart, but that's not the kind of card I'm trying to make today. What I'm trying to do right now is just decorate this so that, number one, it's sweet, it looks feminine, but it's got that little bit of wood tone to it. And I know what you're thinking. Why do you want wood and sweet all at one time? And that's because everything doesn't have to be sissified. Is that even a word? Sissified. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's a word. Now that I think about it. If it's not a word, we're going to make it into one. Okay? All right. So, let's see. What else have we got going on? So, isn't that just a cute little card? All I did was a little bit of embossing. Again, I went back and I did a little bit of the other stuff to it. You know, just something. Now, I could come back and put me a cute little sentiment on this, but instead, I think I'm going to put me a sentiment on the inside. I am going to use the package that I just showed you. Like I said, I really love these. I think that they are super, super, super cute. Plus, they're easy to use. I don't know. I guess I've just gotten to where I want to use something different. I'm more into let's do something fun, something that looks great, and let's don't spend all day doing it. Speaking of spending all day doing it, I have decided that I'm going to come up, and it's actually going to start in July. So if you're not already on my email list, you're going to want to get there. And you can get there by going to PelletierCraftStudio.com/newsletter. And when you get there, go ahead and sign up for my newsletter, because once you get on my newsletter, you're going to be getting all this special information that I give on these videos. Well, sometimes people don't see these videos right away, and they have a tendency to miss some of the things that are going on. So we're not going to let you miss this. So if you go ahead and you sign up for my newsletter, PelletierCraftStudio.com/ oh, I lied. It's PelletierCraftStudio.com/newsletter. And then you're going to find out right away what's going on, when it's happening, and how easy it is to get onto some of the things that we're doing. So if you noticed that as I did this, I just kind of played around with it, and I decided this time that I'm going to put the pink on it, but I don't want to come in, I don't want to put a big amount of pink on it. I do, however, want to put something on it. I want to decorate it up a little bit. So I'm going to grab one of my Olos, which, by the way, is going to be my next card class. If you like a card class where you get products, you're going to love these, because that's exactly what's happening with these. We're going to be doing, you get products. So $35 worth of product, $35 class. Can't beat that with a stick. But the other class that I was fixing to tell you about is a class that you're going to be able to get just cards. No, that's not the color I want. It's a little too orange. The thing I love the best about alcohol markers is you can cover it up. So what I'm doing is, starting in July, I'm going to do a card class. Cheap, 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 cheap dark card class. But the best part about it is that when you do that card class, all you're getting is the card. You are not going to get any product. That could be a bad thing or it could be a good thing. If you decide that you want the product, then of course you can come back and buy it. And it's kind of crazy to say, but I do find that that's really what most people do. You know, they take the class, they like it, then they go back and they buy it. So this is going to be an opportunity for you to get the class, not have to worry about whether you want it or not. If you want it, you can come back and buy it. But you're going to get cards. You're going to leave and you're going to have a couple of cards to go with it. And the cards are going to be made in class from start to finish. Are you seeing what I'm doing here? Yeah, I figured most of you would. I'm just coming back and I am putting right here some more of these embellishments. And again, let me tell you that this says this calls for confetti. That's the name of these embellishments. They're cute. What can I say? They're just cute. So this time, I want to make sure that I don't get too much of that ink on there. So I'm going to just kind of do a drag. I love it. I love it. I really do. Like I said, these pounces took a little bit of getting used to. But once I got used to them, they're okay. I kind of like them. You can do the same thing with your brushes, if you've got your brushes. But I can tell you this much. If you're still using what we used to call daubers, honey, you're out of style. You messed up. You've missed it. You've missed it. Daubers are okay. I'm not going to tell you don't use your daubers. But they wear out. They go to the bad. You have to rebuy them. You got to put them on your finger. If you've got nails, they don't fit your finger too good. There you go. That's what I want. Right there. Now I'm going to take that card that I was making. I'm going to open up the inside of it. And I'm going to take my glue press. You can tell I used alcohol. No doubt about that. And I'm going to put that right there on the inside of my card. Because we have no naked cards. Isn't that cute? And I did it by starting off with a piece of wood. I love it. I love it. All right, so I got one more trick I'm going to teach you. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you that when I do this one, I'm not going to go through the whole card. Okay? And the reason I'm not going to go through the whole card is we're what? 30 minutes, 38 minutes into this? Maybe an hour by now. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to teach you this trick. And you can make your own card with it after you've done it. Okay? So here's the way we're going to do. So I oftentimes see people who say that they want to emboss and they want to emboss on this side. I'm not one of those people. I'm one of those people that wants to emboss on this side. And people look at me kind of funny and they go, Elaine, how are you going to make this embossing folder emboss just there? Well, I figured out the trick. Now, I haven't done it in about 4 months, so if I mess this one up, we might have to do it twice. But that's okay. We can do what we want to do here. All right, so what I want you to do is you and I both know that if I want to emboss just this, that ain't going to work. I mean, who are we kidding here? You put it in there like this, it won't go through the machine. You put it in the machine this way, it's going to emboss all of this, right? So, watch what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get me a Post-it note. Now, if you noticed a while ago when I pulled out my cute little craft stack, I just happened to have a Post-it note that was on it. That was so I could find it. You girls know how I am. And I'm going to put that Post-it note right there on that fold. So you see? Right there. That's my score line. And I'm putting the Post-it note on it. Now, let's make sure I got it right. Nope, we don't. We want to do it this way. I'm going to put a Post-it note on this way. And I may botch this up, but whatever. If I do, we do. You know, what can I say? And then I'm going to take And this one is Floral Diamonds. And the Floral Diamonds is by Altenew. And because the Floral Diamonds does have sort of a line to it, I'm going to want to make sure that I kind of make sure I get this one straight, okay? Because if you mess it up and you don't get it straight, then it's not going to be straight when you get ready to put it on your card, okay? So remember, what I want to do is I want to emboss on the side that's closest to my line, closest to my score line. I don't want to emboss the other side. I just want to emboss what's closest to my score line. Watch this. So here we go. I've got it in my machine. And now when I get ready to put this plate down, I'm going to put it in first. Better get that off. I'm going to put it in first, and I'm going to line it up right there on that piece of Post-it note that I put on it. Remember, that piece of Post-it note was put on my score line. Remember? Okay, so here we go. We're going to start rolling it. It's going to get a little tougher. There we go. That's all I'm going to do. Then I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to show you how I have embossed just the inside. Shut the front door. Was that not just too easy? And how many thousands of times have I tried to do that and couldn't make it work? And now all of a sudden, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes later, I got it. Okay, so I'm going to come back now, and I am going to finish this card off partly. I'm going to take my trimmer. Oh, wait a minute. Wow, isn't that pretty? No, Elaine, you're not going to do that. You're going to do what your original plan was. You're going to do your original plan. So I'm going to come back, and I'm going to cut this as a small strip. I don't want anything big. I think I'm going to just do it a 1/2 of an inch. I'll cut my 1/2 of an inch there. Separate my paper. And remember, this is a 5 1/2 card. So I'm going to come back and cut off that 1/2 of an inch. Oop, can't see me. There you go. Cutting this off. Here you go. So, take that off. Take that off. Take that off. I'm going to take this and I'm going to run it right there. Are y'all seeing what's happening here? Oh my goodness. Boom, boom, we're driving over here. I tell you what, it feels so good when you go to physical therapy and you do aquatics and you come out and you just feel good. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. After having hurt for 3 solid months, it's so nice to come out of therapy and feel good, okay? So this is the patchwork, and I'm going to tell you, I know it comes in 6x6, but this is so gorgeous. You're going to want a whole lot of it, which means you're probably going to want to get it in a 12x12. And I'm going to come back into my little piece here, and I'm going to find me a sentiment to go on it. Kind of want something. Make a wish. I could do that. Make a wish. No, that's kind of small. I think I'm going to need something bigger. Let's see. I got a black. Let's see. I could do this. That's not too bad. No, that's not what I want either. I'm just not going to be happy with that. I'm going to have to do something else to it. Let's see. What can I do? What can I do? Oh, I could do this. This would be cute. Let's see. This is Spellbinders. And it says it's Happy Fall Sentiments, but is birthday really fall sentiment? No, I don't think so. Let's see what it says. Oh, I've been doing birthday all day. I could do thanks. Or I could do this one, which says, let's see, it says happy. That says grateful. I'm willing to bet that one's going to be birthday. Yep, bingo. There's birthday. And I do want to put happy in front of it. There's happy. I'm willing to bet that's going to be happy too. Happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy birthday. Woohoo, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Alright, so let's bring our machine back over here. And all I have on there is my A plate. I'm going to want to come back and put my B plate on there. I'm going to pull it all forward. Remember that piece of card I cut a while ago? Well, that's going to be my background. So I'm going to put my birthday there. And I'm going to put happy. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, this will work. You know, you just got to figure these things out. And now I want to go back into my card pack. And I want to find, and I know there is one. I want to find one that will be really pretty. Where I can put, oh, look. No, that's not what I want either. Let's see, what do I want? No, that's not what I want. Oh, I know what I'll do. I've always got cardstock hanging around, don't you? So, let's just come in here and make my happy birthday words. We'll put them. Is that the same? Ooh, boy, was I ever fixing to mess up. Let's go back and use, how close is this? Y'all can tell this one wasn't pre-planned, right? Oh yeah, that'll work. So let's come back in here and put this right there. And I probably got a scrap piece somewhere, but you know, life being what it is, we're going to come in here and we'll put this one down. Put this one down, make sure everything is working right. We'll come in here. Man, happy fall sentiments. Spellbinders. This is gonna be kind of pretty. I just got a feeling. Ta-da. Put that back down there. Let's pull this off. Let's pull this off, pull this off, pull this off. We'll get this out of the way. This is another trick that I want to show you while we're thinking about it. I like to get these full pieces, you know, the kind that are just flat. They don't have any cuts in them of any kind. Because then I cut them just as skinny as I want them. Look at this. Look how skinny that is. And then I can come back and I can put it on my wording here. So happy. Put happy on here. Pull it up just a little bit. Smack it. There we go. Leave that one there. And then I'm going to do the same thing to birthday. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm just putting it down on the inside here. And you want to lay it smooth. One of the biggest issues I had to learn to do was not let it roll. Because if you let it roll, then it kind of, I don't know, it kind of don't look pretty. So I got that there. So I'm going to want to put birthday there. Y'all know me, I can't put nothing down straight. So no need in fighting it. We'll go ahead and put happy birthday. We'll make it crooked. Because that's who I am. I'm crooked. Gee, thanks. Who said that? I won't call your name out loud. And I'll put happy there. Now watch this. Alright, you know how you always have trouble with these? Well, there's no more trouble with these. Look at this. Ta-dum. One. Ta-dum. I'm telling you guys, there's nothing any better than pulling your dies out and knowing they're going to come out. That is not an accident. That is what happens when you use a really good Platinum 6. It just works. All right. You watching this? Do you see how skinny that is? I'm going to get it on there. I'm not going to have a mess. First, I got to get my knot off the end of it. That's called, I like to call those boogers. And they happen no matter what. But you're going to love how tiny of a dot I can put on this. See how I suck that baby back in there? Wee diddy. All right. Yeah, we're getting it. There's no reason to worry with this. Your precision glue gun's gonna take care of it for you. Just gotta trust it, girls. Just trust the process. All right, where are my tweezers? Never fails. There they are. Put them back where they're supposed to. You can never find them. All right, so here we go. Okay, so the other benefit of working with your precision glue press is it gives you a little time for wiggle room. Yeah, it is true. You're right. It is true that when you're working with a precision glue press and you're only putting a tiny bit of adhesive on there, yep, you're going to have those times when it dries too fast for you, but that's okay because it gives you the opportunity to correct all your little mistakes. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Look at how much ink on there at all, or much adhesive at all. Put it down. 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 Push it back up. Look at that. Is that not cute? And look where my embossing is, ladies. How many of you could do that before today? Just tell me in the comments. More importantly, tell me in the comments what you think about being able to use really, really, really great products. All right, so we've been talking for 53 minutes. Let's get off this thing, you know? So give me the opportunity. I want to show you all of the cards that I have been making while I've been playing with these embossing. Look at this. This. Remember we made that? Yeah. Remember we made this one? Yeah. But I want to show you one more that I made. And this one is with another embossing folder. And I'm willing to bet that after you looked at me doing these, you're going to be able to figure out how to do this. Is that not cute? Yes, lovebirds. That one's on my shelves as well. And you're going to love it. So jump in, girls. Use those embossing folders. Have fun with them. Make you some beautiful cards and learn something new every day. Okay, we're going to see you again on Thursday. Nope, I lied. We're going to see you again on Friday at 2 o'clock. That's this coming Friday at 2 o'clock. And we're going to do some more fun stuff. But in the meantime, I want you to look into my classes, because if you want to know how I do things similar to this with your die cuts, you're going to want to be there. In the meantime, happy crafting. Love you all, and thank you for your patience. Bye.